Hey guys, so I'm having a bit of trouble with my internet, as in, I don't know what it's thinking or if somebody turned off the Wi-Fi, whatever. All I know is I'm not getting it. On my phone, on anything, it's not popping up, the system, so these may be later than I thought they would be, because I've got still stuff to do in my room. Excuse me. Alright. I've got still stuff to do in my room, and there's no internet to be found anywhere in this house. I mean, sometimes I can blame it on my computer because it likes to play games with me, but right now it is definitely not just the computer. Sorry, tired, like I said. So I'm going to do day 27. I'm 100% sure that I didn't do it. Anyway, so day 27 is the Mother, the invocation prayer. Today you will practice the Mother's invocation, words and gestures. As you recite this invocation, you may notice a change in either your own energy or the energy of the immediate environment. So what you'll need is another green candle. I had a really long candle. So what I did is I just cut it in half and I hollowed out the wick and I made it into two just to make it easier on me. Because I didn't want it to burn for long, so. And then you'll need a compass as well as a blend of dried meadowsweet and oak bark to burn as an incense. I have an oak tree just outside my house, so that's not one that I normally worry about having to find a second thing for. Oak is normally not too expensive. It can normally be found. Meadowsweet, though, I did some research. Again, I had to use my data, not my computer. And I found very, very similar properties to rosemary. If you would like to use rosemary instead of meadowsweet, go ahead and do so. I have a ton of meadowsweets, so it wasn't really a big deal. It was given to me as a gift, so that wasn't a really big deal about that. But I said I would give you alternate substitutions for some of these herbs if I felt like you couldn't find them. So you're going to use the compass to find the southwest. Face that direction, light the candle, and set it on the table before you. Ignite a self-lighting charcoal, and then sprinkle the loose incense on the hot coal. And like I said in the maiden invocation prayer, you can do that any way you want. Especially with a powder like this, you could probably just wrap it in the paper like I suggested. Just a normal piece of paper. I don't have one, well, I have a ton of books around me. So just like take a rip out of a book or a piece of, you can have a bunch of, make a ton out of a normal 8.5 by 11 sheet of paper, and store them in like a little box like this or something like that. I don't know if it's a little box like this, and then you have them on hand. So you'll need that. Practice the magical pass of the Mother, and hold your arms in this position while you say, by Demeter and Dana, by Aradia and Astaroth, by Caradwin and Circes, and the countless names of power, by the full moon and the branched horn, come ye, Mother Goddess, thy holy rites reborn. When you are finished with this invocational prayer, sit where you are, close your eyes, and sense the Mother Goddess's presence. And like I've said many, many times before, well, probably only one time before, but I love this. The day I did it, it was amazing what it came over me. Again, I did this outside. Yes, outside. Yeah, it was the crone I couldn't do. It's outside. But this one I did outside, again, because smoke is not allowed in my house, like the smoking. So I had said this before, if you cannot yourself have the smoke, you can have essential oils and make tarts, and I will show you how to do that in another video. Or you can put the whole herb in water and have it almost either on the heat or boiling in a pot if you can't have the smoke. Those generally seem to work for me when I need it. And that's what I had to do with the crone. Not this one, I did this one outside, but for any that either if you have your own family members or you yourself cannot have the actual smoke of it, then you could probably do it with wholer pieces, like especially if you use rosemary instead of the meadowsweet. You could put like a whole sprig of rosemary in the pot with the oak bark and have that kind of bubbling away. You don't need that much water, but just make sure that it doesn't burn down to nothing. Other than that, that's it for day 27, and I will see you later for day 28, and hopefully I can get my internet up and running. So if you see this video, the internet's up and running, obviously, or I've, done the stupid thing and patched it into my data, but I don't think I'll do that. So anyway, I will see you for day 28. Blessed be, and keep crafting, witches.